Hi betting experts, day one of the Cheltenham Festival, Tuesday, March the 11th. It's a cracking card, spring ground expected. The forecast looks pretty much set fair for the week. It looks like a good day for the Irish. I suspect we'll be saying that all week. I've got 7 selections, 6 of them are trained by Irish trainers. We start off with our Betting Expert Daily Nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. This actually goes in the 5:20, the National Hunt Chase, a grade 2 over the stamina sapping 3 mile 5, and I'm very strong here on Captain Cody at around about the 7-1 mark. Now, Willie Mullins' dual-winning hurdler has been in pretty deep at big prices in 3 starts so far in this spear. He's completely unexposed. I think the proper marathon test will really suit him. 3 mile 5 is going to be ideal. He'll be able to travel really smoothly in his comfort zone. He's a sound jumper despite his inexperience, and he should get into a nice rhythm here. Last time out he was a mega eye catcher. He finished 3rd behind 3-card brag at Navarre, running on very strongly for just a hand ride, and I think he's been aimed at the festival from the start of the season. He's completely unexposed, unlike plenty of these rivals, and I think he'll take plenty of beating with a clean round of jumping. Our Betting Expert value angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet, goes in the 240, the Ultima handicap chase, a grade 3, 150 grand's worth of prize money over 3 mile 1, 20 fences to jump on the old course, and I think Broadway Boy is the standout form choice here. Nigel Twiston-Davies, he's very consistent. He is a bit more exposed than some of these rivals. I'm not going to pretend. I think he's on a fantastically generous handicap mark, but the key, he's got plenty of vital Cheltenham experience in the book, and I think he will relish the emphasis on stamina on this much better ground. He revels on a good surface. He's a sound jumper. He's going to get a positive ride from Sam Twiston-Davies. The yard have been in the winners all season, really. They've maintained their form. Nigel thinks this one could develop into a Gold Cup horse in time, perhaps next season, and certainly there's a dearth of decent 3 mile chasers around, and he could easily step up, and hopefully he'll be able to win here. He's around about 9 or 10-1. I think it's a more than fair price, admittedly in a competitive race. Perhaps play each way with the books offering the extra places. Let's do the remaining races. We'll do them in time order, starting with the Michael O'Sullivan Supreme Novice Hurdle at 120, a grade 1 over an extended 2 mile. Well, there's a thin one here. The short price favourite Kopek de Boodles, I'm keen to be against him. He obviously, it's mainly price related. You couldn't fail to be impressed with his win at the Dublin Racing Festival, but they crawled for the first half of that race. He had the very much run of the race and then sprinted clear. I suspect it's flattering. He could be anything, of course he could, but he's a free going hard puller. He didn't jump brilliantly first go, so that could be under more pressure here, and I think at the roundabout even money you have to be bang against him, and the one to be against him with I think is Romeo Coolio. The Gordon Elliott yard have had a fantastic season. They've got a very strong hand in the novice division. He's relatively battle hardened compared to most of these. He's 2 from 3 over hurdles so far. He's a sound jumper with a good attitude under pressure. They'll be positive, they'll go forwards on him, and I think the emphasis on stamina up the Cheltenham Hill will suit him. I think he's going to take an awful lot of passing. He's 6-1. He should go really well. The 2 o'clock, a disappointing Arkle, grade 1 over 2 miles, 200 grand, a very short one here, Madgeborough. I think he's impossible to oppose, to be honest with you. Maybe the books will try and get him on the floor. He did make some errors when he won at the Dublin Racing Festival, but he went with real zest from the front there, and I can see spring ground. I think he'll have these rivals rowing along after 3 or 4 fences if they bang him off in front, which looks very likely. There's loads more to come from him. He looks one of the Irish bankers of the week. He's only run twice over fences. He's still a raw project, but as I say, I think he's a class above these rivals. The Mares Hurdle at 320, a grade 1 over 2 mile 4. Well, this has been a race. There's been lots of speculation about what's going to run. The one we do know is going to run is July Flower from the Henry de Bromhead yard. Now, Henry, I think it's been well documented. He had a very quiet time of things December, January. The horses were badly out of form. He was barely having a runner, but they're right back in the groove now. And he introduced this ex-French performer with a really impressive win at Leopardstown in December on good ground critically. That was the first start for the yard after arriving from France. As I say, it came at a time when they were badly out of form, but watch the run back. She came from miles off the pace under a pretty confident ride. It was a taking performance. I think she's open to more improvement. They've saved her for this race since, and she should go really well at around about 5-1. Next up, we have the day's feature at 4 o'clock, the Champion Hurdle, a Grade 1 over 2 miles. Well, this has become a slightly lesser event with the defection of Lossiemouth to the Mayor's Hurdle, and I think that leaves the way open for either Constitution Hill or my selection, Brighter Days Ahead, to win this valuable prize. Now, Constitution Hill's around about 6-4 on at the moment at the time of recording, and I think with a horse like him who's had so many injury issues over the last 18 months or so, I think he's had a problem with his breathing, colic. He worked in that infamous gallop, didn't he, at Newbury, where he was absolutely out on his feet crossing the winning line, and it looked like it might be game over for him, but Henderson worked his magic. He got him 32 kilos lighter by Kempton over Christmas, and he duly bolted up there. He's since won hard-held bar a Nicker de Voinville error at Cheltenham. He's clearly the one to beat. There's no doubt about that. But in what now looks a straight match, I think Brighter Days Ahead is probably better value at around about 2-1. She's a very progressive mare, 7 from 8 over hurdles. Her only defeat coming at the hands of Golden Ace in a tactical mess at the festival last year, where I think it's fair to say she got a very overconfident ride and just got mugged for a bit of pace. She's improved this season. I know it's possible to doubt what she achieved last time out when she came home alone by about 30 lengths at the Dublin Racing Festival, with State Man tailed off in behind, but it was a deeply impressive performance. I think it's brave that they've come for this race, and at the prices 2-1 against 8-11 or so, I think you have to jump that way. The Boodles at 4.40, a very competitive renewal as usual of the Fred Winter handicap hurdle, a Grade 3 over an extended 2 miles on the old course. It'll be about 10-1 the field, I should think. I think the most interesting runner is Beyond Your Dreams, who comes from a brilliant yard in Joseph O'Brien, who knows how to get one ready for this meeting. Her winning hurdling form at Farrier House marks her down as one who could be really well treated for this race, if inexperience is not an issue. But to be honest, that applies to all of them. It's a bit of a punting minefield, this, but I do think Beyond Your Dreams looks the one who could be open to plenty more improvement if she settles and jumps fluently in this huge field. Best of luck on day 1 at the Cheltenham Festival Betting Expert, and please do check out our sponsor Priced Up Bet, who've got numerous offers and enhanced prices throughout the day.